And sources say agents barged in, handcuffed and interrogated the pilot for more than 45 minutes and put him in the shower. Nearly an hour later, sources say they
put him in the shower?
Thank you for calling the FBI Boston Division's Office of Public Affairs. Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, how you doing this afternoon? Hey, I go by Jim Johnson. I was calling to get some more information about the airline pilot that was interrogated in his room, and I had heard that you guys stuffed him in the shower to interrogate him, and I'm very intrigued by this, and wanting to know exactly what the strategy is and why he's stuffed in the shower. I mean, I'm wondering, is he being waterboarded, or is he being given a sponge bath and maybe tickle tortured to get him to talk, or... I mean, it sounds very odd. It also sounds very sensual. Not going to lie, I'm very interested. If you could please give me a call back. My number's 4. Hey, everybody. So recently, I've shown you guys a few videos of cops breaking into the wrong house, raiding the wrong house, arresting the wrong people. I see comments from time to time on different police accountability videos where cops have acted up and entire departments are acting inappropriately. And I see comments saying, oh, call the DOJ or call the FBI. And I don't want to be mean, so I just leave the comments. I don't respond to them. But if you have any idea what the DOJ is like and what the FBI is like, your worst local police department, you're better off with them than with the FBI or the DOJ. Federal police agencies are absolutely horrible. And what I mean by that is really everything that police do that we consider wrong: breaking into the wrong house, lying on reports, making up stories, maliciously prosecuting people who have not done anything wrong. The FBI takes the cake on this, all right? They are... But besides that, they are actually some of the dumbest government employees ever. And don't get me wrong, when I say they're dumb, don't think that means they're not dangerous, because they are very, very dangerous. But they are dumb as dirt. I mean, they are stupid, which is really why they end up having to make up so many lies and manipulations to try to prosecute people, because they notoriously lie. They notoriously lie. They don't wear body cams like your local police do. They fight heavily against it. I've heard of instances where FBI are working with the local police, and I don't know if it's true or not, but have heard that they'll tell the local police when they're working with them, hey, when you're working with us, there are no body cams. You guys need to leave your body cams off while you're working with us. I'm sure someone in the comments will confirm or deny the truth of that. But let's get into today's video. Recently, the FBI, in conjunction with the Army in Boston, Massachusetts, broke into the wrong hotel room. Now, what was going on here is they're doing a training, allegedly. They say they're doing a training, and in this training, they're supposed to break into a hotel room and interrogate the person inside. Well, somehow... Somehow, they got the wrong information, and during their training, they broke into the wrong hotel room, detained, allegedly handcuffed, and allegedly interrogated an innocent person who had just been sleeping in their hotel room. Check this out. So this was shared by Spike Cohen on Facebook, who I follow. Check this out.
We begin with breaking news that the WBZI team reported first on CBS News Boston. FBI agents barging into the wrong room at the Revere Hotel in Boston during what it says was a training exercise. An unsuspecting airline pilot was inside that room and was handcuffed and questioned before agents finally realized the mistake.
WBZ Chief Investigator Cheryl Fiandaca broke this story that you saw first here on WBZ and has the latest on this major mix-up.
Eastland by the Revere Hotel, 2 Delta pilots had people claiming to be FBI agents barge into their room and handcuff them to the bathroom.
It played out like a scene out of a movie. FBI agents working with the Department of Defense barged into a room on the 15th floor of the Revere Hotel on Stewart Street in Boston. The FBI says it happened just before midnight on Wednesday. Agents banged on the door to room 1505. Inside was a sleeping Delta Airlines pilot who was a guest at the hotel. He opened the door, and sources say agents barged in, handcuffed and interrogated the pilot for more than 45 minutes, and put him in the shower. Nearly an hour later, sources say they
Put him in the shower? It's it's really not even funny. Well, obviously it's funny to me because I can't control my laughter. But put him in the shower? What the hell are you guys doing? What the
realized.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the FBI is far worse, far more of a disgrace, far more of an embarrassment than the worst police department out there in the United States. I guarantee it. It's just that they don't wear body cams, and so we don't see as much of their screw-ups.
As their mistake, took the cuffs off and released him. The FBI says agents were conducting a training operation and a mock interrogation to simulate what a Department of Defense employee deployed overseas could encounter. The pilot notified hotel security, who called Boston police. The I-team obtained the Boston police report that shows responding officers wearing body cameras were told law enforcement agents were in fact training in the building.
Could you send me EMS?
EMS was called to evaluate the pilot, who refused treatment. The I-team spoke to that pilot by phone, who told us he couldn't talk about what happened. We reached out to the FBI, who told us in a statement, based on inaccurate information, they were mistakenly sent to the wrong room and detained an individual, not the intended role player. Thankfully, nobody was injured.
Based on inaccurate information, they went to the wrong room. It's a training exercise. What the heck? How do you screw up this bad? It's not even a real scenario. It's not even a real scenario. It's a training. And this is how bad they screw up in training. And I'm sure they'll say, well, this is why we train, so that stuff like this doesn't happen in the real world. This is the real world. And you know what? I believe it happens all the time. We need body cams on FBI. Because I'll tell you what, if you think stupid cops are entertaining, if we put body cams on FBI, we will have endless, hilarious content of absolute stupidity. If the FBI had body cams on them and we got to see on a regular basis what they're doing, they would lose so much respect and credibility. They are absolutely a joke.
And there are still a lot of questions involving this incident, including why were federal agents conducting training exercises at a hotel filled with guests who had no idea what was happening? And did the hotel...
And not just the FBI, the DOD. This was the FBI along with Army. The Army conducting operations in the U.S. in a hotel filled with civilians. I mean, this stinks even worse. I don't know. Huh. You know, come to think of it, was it really a training exercise? I'm kind of questioning at this point whether it was even a training exercise or whether it was the real deal. And they really were trying to bust into somebody's hotel room and interrogate them, and it just so turns out that they happened to get the wrong hotel room. I question whether this was even a training exercise at all. Well, there you go, guys. For everybody who says, hey, you know, call in the FBI, call in the DOJ, don't. I am begging you, don't call in the FBI, don't call in the DOJ, call in your neighbors. When you're having problems with government, when your rights are being violated, when something's going wrong, take out your camera, record it, publish it, call your neighbors for help. Don't ever call your government for help.